So I know you're gonna be happy about this, but I finally finished Ranking of Kings.
Finally,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Martin finished it like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I
And
mean,
he-
I finished
he-
it like last
finished
week.
it, I think,
last week. I finished it last week.
like a week-ish or a week and a half after I finished it. Yeah, because like I was about to recommend it to you. You're like, oh, I just started. And, like I'm already a few episodes in. I'm like, oh, thank God, I don't have to try because like it was so good.
Now-
it was amazing.
Now, I would have been done maybe like 2 weeks earlier, but I was committed to seeing the dub all the way through, and I will recommend it is not that bad.
The dub for Ranking of Kings.
Hmm?
Well, I'm sure because the main character doesn't have an actual talking role.
Boom.
I respect that a lot. I'm really glad that they decided to keep the original voice.
And it is the
There's no
original
reason.
voice, and like
There's no reason to change it.
Like,
confirmed it for me.
yeah.
I had him like look into it, and then like I mean, what'd you think about the voice for Kage?
For Kage, I liked it actually. It wasn't that bad. It kind of fit. I'm still biased because like my first watch through was was the sub,
Exactly.
but it didn't sound bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm very open to dubs usually. It has to be
So am I.
pretty bad for me to be like, yeah, no. You know what I mean?
And like this anime was so huge sub that I was like, the dub has to be probably golden. I guarantee they put good money into it. And of course, you know, they put the voice actor who does Zoro and Piccolo and Vegeta. He played
Yeah.
what's his name?
And
Chris Sabat,
the Prince,
that piece
right?
of shit.
No. The three out of the three brothers, the one that trained Boji.
Daida?
Daida. No,
No,
not
Daida's
Daida.
his-
It's
no,
his
no, no,
brother.
Oh, that's the little brother.
the
Uh,
ooh, I'll look it up right now because I always forget.
Desha.
No, that's the one.
Oh, Despa.
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 It's Despa.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
Despa.
it is Despa.
Yeah, no. When he told me that it was Christopher Sabat, like the guy who plays Piccolo, Vegeta, all that, he told me that he voiced, and I'm like, what? Like I couldn't picture that in
Yeah, I
my mind.
don't
I was like,
see that
that's
either.
a weird like casting choice, right?
Yeah.
But then I went into it and I listened to a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, he actually doesn't do that bad of a job. Like clearly, you can tell it's him.
You have your
He has-
moments. You have your
He
moments
has
where
the
you're
most
like,
recognizable like dub voice ever, probably. But no, he did it in a way where like it kind of fit his character. I was like, okay, I kind of fucks with it, you know, like he played a little bit more of like that feminine-ish side, but like not super brawny. You know what I mean? It's hard to describe, but he did a good job.
you could tell this man. You could tell Gary that he had the greatest performance ever. Gary's still not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Fucking
No, I know.
fucking
Yeah.
voice actor.
Yeah.
Piece
But-
of shit.
But if you get past that and like all the other stuff, dub is good.
I just want to talk
The
about
series.
the series.
Okay. Yeah, let's actually talk about it.
For real. Well, let's give a review.
How do you feel after having seen like Kage swindles him?
Mm-hmm.
They get together, they go out, start doing their thing, and the only person who supports him is Kage. But
Love
the
it.
worst part is he is an outcast from society too. To the point where like people are trying to kill him to keep him away from Boji.
I like that they did that.
Yeah, it was so like such a dynamic situation between them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Queen Healing
Mm-hmm.
finds out like this is your friend, like this is the guy who's been helping you this whole time. Damn, we misjudged you.
Like all of them did, and I loved it when God from the big four, the snake charmer guy.
Oh, he was so cool.
He was badass.
I loved
Starts
him
with a
because he was
B.
really like subverted my expectations. Like you really think he's gonna be that typical like sketchy guy who is part of like the royal like guard or whatever, but like has his own ulterior motives, right? Just the way he was introduced.
Mm-hmm.
But it ended up being like the exact opposite. Like he was actually like cool, and the snakes were helpful. The snakes were allies. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
snakes is always an indicator of a bad guy. So I like that they were like, nah, like we like snakes here.
And but like
Yeah, that was scary too. I saw all of them, and then, like,
immediately I was like,
yeah, they were popping up everywhere. I was like, oh god, Kage.
and then there was a giant two-headed used to be 3-headed one. And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, all I was thinking is like, damn, this guy's OP. When I saw he had like all that command of snakes and stuff. Like, damn, this guy's OP.
Dope.
But then you get the actual fight scene with the spear guy, right? The guy with the pole staff, and he gets fucked up.
Yeah,
Like he gets stabbed through, like ran through with the blade, and you're like, what?
Bro, I was also so shocked when Boji's like teacher pushed him into that the volcano pit thing or whatever. I felt betrayed. I was like, you piece of shit.
It was an absolute betrayal.
It was absolute betrayal. Oh, spoiler! I don't know if we said it, but
yeah, I did. I got it in there. Don't worry.
yeah, literally. Oh my god, man! I didn't see that coming. Like that's what I really liked about it. Every character in this show, like you think they're gonna do something, but they really just don't. They the decisions they make just kind of feel natural once you finish the show, right? Like it doesn't feel right at the beginning when he like betrays Boji and pushes him. You're like, what? Like you really seem like a good guy, and like then you just assume he's evil, but like he's not evil. He just had he had responsibilities, or he had
issues.
He had issues, honestly. You know what I mean? And he didn't know who to follow. Like he was just doing what he could, right? And you could tell like once you see Boji again, like he could not like help but just profusely apologize. He's like, I know, like you should never forgive me, blah blah blah, whatever, because like what he did was so scummy, and you can tell it hurt Boji too, just even looking at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was it him who tried to poison him?
Yeah. No, that was he kept trying to kill him.
Yeah,
Kage kept saving him.
That's right. Yeah.
But that arc, like that character arc for him, that shit was so good, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he turns around and he's like repenting, right? And he's doing everything he can to make up for it. That was great. Like the characters in this show are so good.
They're really well written.
It's not the scenes, it's not the moments that happen, like the big epic fights and stuff. It's like what makes this show different and like special is like these characters are so dynamic and they all work off of each other in a very natural way, and they all have motivations that like tied to their backstories, and like they take the time to explore those things.
Nothing ever felt forced, right? Like it just felt like natural progressions of their story, of each individual character.
Yeah, and it was never worried about like, oh, we got to try to get this fight scene in here. It was like there was some episodes where like just some stuff happens, and like they don't even really there's no real fighting.
Yeah,
you know, it's just like things are happening and people are talking, and like you get to see these interesting character dynamics. Or interactions, right? It wasn't all centered around like fighting, right? There was so many just amazing moments where I was sitting there tearing up, like I'm so happy right now.
Dude, same. So many moments I was like, dude, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Boji, because like he really got the shortest end of the stick in this entire show until like the end, and you realize why he wasn't strong and like the potential he had, right? Just because of like his father's his greed. Like his greed and wanting to be powerful, you know, and just have that power. And it's so sad too, because you can tell he regrets it. He truly regrets what he did, and that's why like he wanted to protect Boji even at the end. I really, really like just every character interaction, every motivation that they had.
Healing, Daida.
I even loved Daida. I hated him in the first couple episodes. And by the end, I'm just like, oh, he's so cool. Like he's good.
Like that's a good big brother.
Yeah.
I know he's the little brother, but
he is. Yeah, he's a little brother. But like, it's I don't know. And you make a really good point that like the show isn't focused on the fights. It's not focused on big, you know, like clashes or anything like that. But whenever you do get some, you know, really good fights,
when you get the big fucking fights, though, they're fucking sick.
It hits damn good, because you don't expect it from this show. This show, you should go into like expecting a good fucking story and like one of the most solid cast of characters like I've seen.
You know what one of my favorite memes is?
What?
You know the shit's getting crazy when the animation turns into blocks.
Yeah.
Zoro proved that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I loved it. I'm really glad I gave it a chance because I waited a while, and that's one of the ones that like I saw it, and it wasn't even like the art style that like threw me off. It's just like, I don't know, something was just holding me back from like really checking it out. But then I was like, nah, like let me actually give it a shot. I have not heard one negative thing about this show, and that's always a good indicator of like, check it out. You know what I mean? Give it a shot. Even if you don't like it at the end, give it a chance. You never know. You might actually find something really, really good that that you cling on to, and that's what exposes you to different stories or different type of anime or shows or whatever, right?
Yeah, and like for people who are worried about like, oh well, it takes too long to get to the fight. No, it's not just like small fights. Like when it leads up to a fight, it leads up to a full scale battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they don't cut away from it. They really don't, except to like maybe update where a character is coming in on that battle, right? But you get the full scene of what's going on, and they keep that fight going. We got like 4 or 5 episodes of straight fights. Remember with healing and all the 4.
Oh God, yes, I loved that.
That was really, really good.
And it was like 5 episodes just back to back to back action fighting, and then like it cooled down and we had some time and like, oh okay, Boji's here, like everybody's okay, boom, and shit pops off again.
Yeah. Oh my God, that last fight when Boji finally like fights like basically his dad, like, in his brother's body, right?
Yeah.
He has like that strength behind him, and he can't touch him. He cannot touch Boji, and I was so fucking proud.
Yeah, it was so good.
So good. They played his strengths perfectly because like that's what the show focuses on too. Like Boji does not have the strength that everyone else does. So then it makes you wonder, how is it even possible for this child to contend with these monsters of like characters that there are, like his father is a literal giant with that tremendous giant strength, you know what I mean? And he is the exact opposite of that, right? So for him to have the accomplishments that he has by the end of that season, it just makes you all the more proud. Like that's it. It's a sense of like, pride in someone else.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. He's born of 2 giants.
Yeah.
Like he is a giant, but he had his power stolen.
I was so shocked when we learned that, and it makes sense though.
Oh yeah.
So sad. I also really like, I will always remember whenever in one of our previous episodes, you recommended Ranking of Kings before we had seen it. And I will always remember how you described it. You were like, the first episode, like, sets the scene, sets the tone for everything. You get introduced to like some of the main characters. The second episode pulls at your heartstring a little bit, right? And I did not get that until you see that second episode and you get Kage's backstory. And I was like, I am 2 episodes into this show and I already kind of want to cry.
Yeah.
Wow. And the third episode, you're sold by then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So good.
Such a good way to start a show. Like,
I can't wait till they make more, because this whole evil god and like being able to like get wishes granted, and there's demons, like this world's so interesting. I want to know more. Can Boji get his power back?
Imagine
what's possible.
God.
I mean, Miranjo's soul, her entire person, was literally stored inside of a mirror.
Yeah. And
she was supposed to go with her, or with them, with the demon.
Yeah.
But they stopped that.
And because they chopped off his head and like forced his hand, like he was forced to grant a wish. And
I like the redemption that they gave Miranjo too, because she was like the big bad for the entire show.
Yeah, she was.
You really feel bad for her. Well, I did at least.
I did. Yeah. Oh yeah. When you get like her full backstory, like with
with Boss.
Yeah. Like that poor child, bro. she used to be a happy, smiling kid. I get that, and then just to be like
traumatized and like completely
disfigured.
Yeah.
Just because like your mom's different and you're different, and like your people have advanced like just because people are just scummy.
Yeah.
And then thank God he came in and just
shows the ugly side of like societies
okay.
and people and stuff.
Playing on what you just said, he then slaughtered that village. Took all their bodies and was just like, fix her.
Mm-hmm.
Use that and fix her. She looked fine afterwards. So like, what the fuck did he do?
Yeah. Like, what's possible?
I can't wait to see
So much shit. I can't wait to see
I
more.
want to see Boji climb the ranks.
You know what? This Among I'm gonna start buying. I'm gonna start getting this one.
Yeah, I'd consider it honestly.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
if I see it, I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.